What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Big Tank Hank, coming at you with another live stream. I seem to be having these rash of technical difficulties, and I just can't call it. But we're gonna muscle through this here thing. Can everybody hear me? Oh yeah, Jeffrey, you called me, man, and they turned my microphone off. All right, all right, all right. Now here's my guest, y'all. TN Robert Banks Aqua. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hank,
Hey, y'all gonna have to blame Jeffrey Watts, man. He called me on the phone. He thought I was asleep again, and then kicked my earphones out.
hey, I have it happen to me all the time. Say like I'll be on a stream or something, and I'll get a message or somebody calls me, and it just messes me all up.
Oh
But it
man,
happens. It's okay, people. We are here.
we're here, we're here, we're here. So what's going on, man? What's going on? I know everybody here should know you, but on the replay on Facebook, somebody might not know who you are. I need you to give a little introduction, let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, how long you've been in the hobby, how you got in the hobby, and then we're gonna let everything go from there.
Okay. Well, I guess it all started when I was just a little guy. I mean, I was probably like 5 years old when I got my. Um, I want to say think it was either a 5 gallon or a 10 gallon. I can't remember. Yeah, but it was one of those two sizes. And the first fish I ever got um, was a fish that came out of a lake. It was I guess it was a baby bluegill. Or depends on what part of the country that you're at. Some people calls it a sunfish or a bluegill or a brim, but like it was one of them, and that was the first fish. Now, granted, it didn't last long because I didn't know anything about changing water or the cycle, and and then and then as I got older, I've always had fish tanks off and on, um, but like, but it wasn't till I got to the fish fam was when I got really serious. And I think I've been in part of the fish fam for about 2 years and some odd months now, I want to say. And like um I didn't know anything about the cycle or anything. And 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 the first fish that I started keeping then was a convict cichlid of all things. And to be honest with you, the convict was actually the one fish that actually got me into wanting to spawn other fish. Because I just seen them have, because I think I only had like uh, four of them, and then it turned into like 200, and and you know. And I didn't know that convicts that like you couldn't give them away. You just couldn't. And so like the funny thing is because I actually did end up getting rid of mine, but see, a buddy of mine wanted some of them, and then I was like, you know what? Now's my chance to get rid of them. And then I was like, okay, I'll give you some. And I got every baby I could. And I scooped them out of there and I put them in a box for him. I said, here you go, man. And it's funny is because my buddy, he actually still has them. You know, it's
He didn't
funny,
have
but
no choice.
yeah, I mean, because it was one of them, because I did take a couple to the fish store, but that's all they wanted was just a couple, and like I had about 100 or so, and so I was like, you know what, now's my chance to pawn these off on somebody else. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just all started when I was just 5 years old, and I just, like I said, like I have went through times in my life, where I didn't have a tank and stuff, but but over time, I've always just said, you know what, I want to set up another tank.
And over and over and over.
Yeah, it just never ends. I mean, but this hobby will always be a part of my life. Yeah, of course, over time, stuff happens in our lives to where we got to put it down or whatever, but this is something that I won't ever like just fully give up. If I do, it's because I just cannot no more.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Let's see who we got in the chat over here. First in the house, Atkins, Nature Aquariums, Ian, what's going on? Stephen P. Glitch Aquatics, what's happening, ma'am? Levi's Aquatics, Texas Fish Room, Mistress Snail Guardian, Jeffrey Watts, Richard McCarthy, Scott's Aquatics, myself twice. T and Aqua, I see you came in there. What you told them we on our way? Scott's Aquatics, DLC Aquatics, Chevy Fish, Ricky De Hoyos, what's going on? John McKenzie, Craig Doniger. Who we got? Dragon Lair, long time no see, buddy. What's going on? My fish tanks, Fish Tropical. We got Lonnie, aka Looney Tunes. We got him in the house. We in the house today. Dennis Christensen, what's going on? Patty, no notifications yet. That sound about right. Skippers, I hate stupid people. Thank y'all for being here. Lori, Monster Fish Gal. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming through and visiting us.
Hey everyone.
Hey, this has been long awaited. We've been planning this for a minute.
Yes, we have. And I'm happy,
Sandy Doughty.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely.
I mean, I'm super happy, that that we finally get to do this, because I just felt so bad before, when we had it planned up and then things wasn't going my way and stuff, and your
Right.
way, and we just got different schedules, but it's finally happening.
Yeah, you good.
I appreciate you having me on
good.
here.
No problem. Oh, we got instead of falling in the door. Keith Hanshaw, Roxy, Mississippi Hippie. Thank y'all for coming through. Yeah, y'all. TN is one of my original crew when this thing was jumping off and getting rolling. And I put the little old Facebook Messenger, YouTube buddies together, little page, and hooked everybody up so we can see what everybody's got going on, who's gonna stream, who's not gonna stream. I'm trying to get us all in. I got 2 left. No, 3. Furlough. Y'all hear this? Y'all put the word out. Furlough. Bob. They gotta come on through. Tell them they gotta come on through. But TN, this is about you tonight, buddy. So what's going on, man? Hey, before we get too deep, tell me, how did you like my wonderful Texas when you came to the Shella?
I mean, actually, the whole time I was in Texas, I did really, really enjoy it. I mean, it was really nice weather, and to be honest with you, say like the whole drive down from Tennessee to Texas, I didn't really see like a big difference of um um scenery as far as as you get down towards I think it's uh um, Texas and with the Dallas area, that's when it starts getting all flat, But as far as like the scenery goes, with the trees and everything, it's about the same as Tennessee. Well, that's how I thought anyway.
Yeah.
And but which I loved it, you know, and uh. And I finally got to go see a Bucky's for the first time. I mean, I was so excited,
The
because
Buckets.
I mean, when I seen the Bucky's, I was like, man, this is like with the Walmart of gas stations. I,
Hey,
and
and I bet the Buckets you went to probably still wasn't the biggest one.
no, but I will say, like, when I was at Bucky's, I don't know the kind of birds that were there, but these birds were everywhere, and but so like when I walked in and I come out, with those Bucky nuggets, and I was trying them for the first time, and I was sitting outside, I was eating my nuggets, minding my own business, and these birds are coming up to me, just getting all close to me, like was giving me the stink eye, like, hey man,
You
hey
lucky they
man,
didn't
I see
rob
you with
you.
them nuggets. I was like, okay, here, man, here, go. And then if you feed one, 100 more comes. I'm like, wow. I mean, look, here's the nuggets. You just don't hurt me.
They will sit on your car, not let you get in.
Yeah, I mean, they're not scared of nothing, But
Hey, everybody else don't have those birds.
yeah, I mean, like, well, we don't have them here, no. But they're cool though, I mean, that I was friends with them. They were nice to me, as long as I gave them those Bucky nuggets. you, but I gotta say though, Texas in general, which when I was in Texas, man, I had a great time. I mean, and I just highly recommend everyone, like if you've never experienced Texas, that is something that you need to experience. I mean, it's actually nice. It is super
And
nice.
there's no cowboys riding up and down the street.
No, I didn't see a cowboy one, and to be honest with you, I was quite disappointed in that. Because it's like the whole time, I was picturing, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to Texas, and then I'm going to see a cowboy that is a cowboy that is going down the street, uh, on top of a Texas. Um,
Ooh, Longhorn.
yeah, those Longhorn Bulls. That's how I was picturing a cowboy, on the back of one of them, just riding them. And I didn't see not one. I was like, man, this is false advertising.
Hey, they do exist though. I'm tripping. I'm tripping, but they do exist, man. We got areas in Houston City, Houston. Just as you see it, Houston, you got the hood. Okay, just as you picture the hood in your head,
Mm-hmm.
but with horses on the vacant lots, and the horses they riding the horses down the middle of the street in the city. This is real life. This is real life in Texas, y'all. It's not all a stereotype. It's not all a stereotype. I'm laughing so hard, man. You got me fogging my glasses up over here with just, oh, woo, goodness. Danikin, what's going on? Mr. Aquatic News. Woo,
But
Melvin.
yeah, but guys, though, I will say this though: if y'all want some good barbecue, eat it in Texas. I mean, dude, I had the best barbecue when I was there. Oh my goodness! I mean, thank goodness when I was eating that I didn't get none on my forehead because I probably would have went to the hospital with my tongue slapping my brains out. I mean, my goodness, talking about finger looking good. Woo!
Oh my goodness. Nola. Hey, the secret. People say this though. Miss Dee Dee, what's going on? People say they know the secret about the barbecue. So Joseph Stanley. In Texas, they actually season the meat. It's not all about the sauce, whereas most places, it's about the sauce. Oh, we like this sauce. We like vinegary sauce. We like sweet sauce. We like Texas, you can actually just eat the meat. You don't have to have the sauce. You can just eat the
That's
meat, and the sauce is extra. That's secondary.
yep. That is
That one
100%
is a
right.
yeah. That one is the truth. They actually season the meat, y'all. John the Fisherman. All
Jeffrey
right,
Watts, hey buddy. Oh yes. So speaking of
Mary
Jeffrey Watts,
Page.
like when I was in Dallas, I did get to would meet um Je- Jeffrey Watts, and let me tell you, dude. I mean, he's just a cool guy. I mean, dude. But the best part about going to Dallas was just meeting the people that I talked to, in the chats and in the streams. That there was the best part about it.
I hate I missed it, man. I hate I missed it. Ooh. Ah. Discus talk, what's going on? Yeah, I hate I missed it, man. My job, yeah. If you can finagle off, you're off. But other than that, no, you better show up.
Yeah. Yep.
Robert, man, let's dive into your side of the fish hobby. One of the questions that we all expect: what's your favorite fish? Two, what's your favorite fish that you own?
Huh. Well, it would be a toss up between two totally different species. But if I had to just pick one fish out of my fish room to keep and get rid of all the rest, I would have to pick my um, Lake Tanganyika um, shell dwellers. I mean, there's just something about them, that I don't ever see myself getting rid of them. I mean, because like those guys, they just have so much like personality to them, and and I just love sitting there watching them, because like mine will sometimes like they will get into it with each other. And when I say that, I'm not talking about like they're fighting with each other, trying to kill each other. No, I'm just talking about like they will have it's a shell next to each other, and then all of a sudden, like what you'll see one take some sand and go over there and spit it at the other one. Then the other one gets sand and spit it back at the other one's shell, and they just keep doing that. And I just think it's hilarious. I mean, they are the most personable. And let me tell you, uh, and I got some that if you put your hand in the tank, they might be little, but they will come up and grab a hold of your finger and start shaking on it. But they're like a vicious little dog. They don't hurt you, but it will catch you off guard.
And you think it hurt.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like,
oh, okay,
whoa,
that
dude,
didn't
chill
hurt.
out, man. I'm just trying to get your tank clean, man. Chill out,
Ah.
But it's funny though, because it's, they kind of remind me, of like a little, um, um, uh, what a dog species I can't think of it now, but those dogs that you see on like the Taco Bell commercials back in the day.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, them. But they kind of remind me of those as far as like you know uh, fish wise. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. Okay. How many tanks do you own?
How many tanks do I own, or how many tanks do I got set up?
Uh, some of them you don't own, but yeah, how many you got
Well,
set up?
well, say as far as how many tanks I own, I got about 16 tanks that I own. But I only got 7 of them that I got set up.
Gotcha. I'm right on line with you now. First, I was like, well, you got other people's tanks set up.
Yeah, I mean, see, see, I would set up more, but the thing of it is, like, I don't want to have problems, like, with the floor and stuff, and and because of me, because like where I live in a um, um, trailer, I guess you can call it, It's a home that is built inside of a factory. I guess it depends on what part of the world that you're at.
Manufactured home.
Yes, well, see, like because I live in one of them, I don't want to have issues down the road, and you know, so I'm not going to set up anymore in this house, no, but but I would love to set up more, but I don't want to cause myself problems. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Y'all, pardon me. My coffee. There's some stuff in the bottom of it that didn't quite break down. Ah, all right.
There ain't nothing like some good old coffee.
Man, little Java don't hurt nobody. Hey, if y'all don't drink coffee, you might want to start. They say the antioxidants, it's very healthy for you. So, what do you, as of right now, what are you focused on in the hobby in regards to your fish? Like just hobbyist, um, breeder, want to sell fish, maybe have a online shop.
Well, you know, I guess right now, like I do got a couple species, that I do want to breed, and I have been successful with breeding other fish. But with that being said, like I don't really consider myself a breeder because of the fish that have bred for me. Pretty much will do it on their own. You know what I mean? Because it's nothing that I had to really like. Like change the quality of the water or like the pH or nothing to get them to breed. Because I've never done that yet. You know, um, but like, but I guess right now, like, I, I just really enjoy the hobby itself just as it is. Like, and when I first started getting more tanks, I have thought about getting into the breeding more and more, and I still do. But, but the thing of it is like I have no desire of starting the selfish online because like that is a lot of work. Like it's just like some people out there don't understand how much work it is to go into that because for one um if you ship something out and if it arrives dead then then you got to make it right and stuff. And to be honest with you, like I'm just not breeding enough to be able to make sure, that what I'm sending out, that I got more to, which see right now, like, if I do send anyone anything, I just do it as a gift because you can, I just do it just for the fun of it, because I'll just be honest with you, I'm never going to get back the money that I have invested in this. Never. I mean, it's just not going to happen. And but it's just something about the hobby, about like just getting a couple of fish and just watching them turn into more. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I just get more of a excitement out of that than I do anything.
Gotcha. I
Because
can understand that.
like I got a couple people that I got to send some stuff to but as far as me ever charging them, like selling the fish, I won't do that. If anything, I might have them pay for the shipping or just do some trading around. But like I said, I just do it for the moment. I just do it just to have fun, because the, I just get so much enjoyment out of the fish fam because the fish fam has done so much for me, that I could never really repay them back. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I definitely can identify with what you're saying. And we got some new people that have fell in the house. Too Coolie for Schoolie, Finn Wiggles, Warrior Planet Tanks. What else we got? Mr. Aquatic News, did I get you? Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. Fish Tropic. I hope we don't have, enough snow this year for me to go ice fishing. I really hope not. You can't even pay it to get cold this year. It's still hot right now on Christmas. I don't know if I like that, but I don't want the blizzard from last year either. But yeah, man, the Fish Fam has been very integral, man, in in my peace, and my peace of mind. All right, Mr. Aquatic. And my peace of mind, man, in the last few years, I can honestly say that. I've had ups and downs, man. I've been all over the place like most of us. And the one thing I can always come back to is the Fish Fam in some way, shape, or form. So I can definitely identify with that, man. I've done um, a lot of trade here, buy, sell, trade, move around the whole nine. Jeffrey Watts right there was talking about me and him. We are the Fish Family meetup and swap meets here in Houston. We forever trading something around: plants, fish, shrimp, tanks, rocks, something. We trading something around. So yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's the best part about it for me. It just, you got friends, that has stuff that you want, and you got stuff that they want. You can just swap around. I mean,
just to keep the ball rolling, man. It's very cool,
yep.
very cool. So, what is your favorite thing about the hobby right now?
Well, I mean,
other than the Fish Fam.
Well, sit by you saying that, because right there helps me out because I just want to go back to the Fish Fam, because I'm sorry, but the Fish Fam has they just done so much for me, they brought me in with open arms, but but the best part about the hobby is for me is like, if you're having a bad day or if you're just down and out, then you just come home and just to wind down. I can just come home, set my chair at a tank, that I just want to look at for a few minutes. I can just look at it and I can just watch them and I can just feel relaxed. I mean, because like it's just something about bringing in nature in your house and then just like like watching it change over time, because I don't I don't care how well you set up a tank, it's never going to be the same. You know what I mean? It's going to change all the time, and I just enjoy just seeing what all happens. Because you come in one day and then then you're like, oh wow, but these fish, they got eggs, and then and afterward you come in a couple of days later and look at it, real close, and then they hatch. Then you got little baby fish. I mean, they're just something so cool about that.
Right, it definitely changes. Even if it might not be on its own. I know I went through a phase where my arms to the elbow was always in there changing something. It never be to change.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I mean, but it's always gonna have the hands in the tank. You just change the stuff around.
Rack, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. Fish
Hey,
Ranch
Rack.
home. First time in. Welcome. Lunatic Fringe. What's going on? Been a minute.
But I gotta say, like, I do got to give a shout out to Chattanooga Ed and James at Fisher Fever and Bob Keller. You know, those guys has been so like nice to me as far as because to be honest with you, I never would imagine, what I mean, that I would be hanging out with the people, that I would watch their live streams and be like, man, these guys are awesome, that I found out that these guys are living in the same state I am, and they're not really too far away. And then I just get to talking to them, and then we start meeting up, and I mean, it's just I'm kind of at a loss of words because those guys are just so awesome, and
Definitely a blessing.
oh yeah, I mean, you know, I, there's just been so much good that has came out of this whole fish fam ordeal.
Definitely a blessing, man. The positives outweigh the negatives. We take it. I know for myself, and I'm thinking most of the people in here that's been around for a while, I have people that I met on YouTube that are more, is not the word I'm looking for, present in my life, in my real life, than my whole 49 years, just the people that I knew outside of here. You know what I'm saying? There's been more genuine people that I met on YouTube. I mean, we talking about online. You ask
Yeah,
yourself, how many of these people are real? They putting on these airs. They're Hollywood. They're fake. No, the majority of people that you meet on here in this fish hobby, they are exactly who you see as advertised, and that's cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely noticed that. We're just going to AQUA, like you're just meeting everybody in person that you talk to every day, and these people are the same in person or as they are on panel or on chat. They're no different, and it's just it's definitely something that I highly recommend each and every person to at least do once is to get to meet these people in person.
Right?
Uh,
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Dead on that fish tropic. Dead on, man. Dead on.
that's right, Tropic.
All we have to do is we just learn to accept people for who they are, and those things that we have in common. That's what you sync up on those things. And those things make it easier for you to be able to um, more easily understand some of the views that they may have that don't line up with you at that moment. But because y'all bonded on the things you do have in common, it opens you up to be able to hear, what I'm saying, why they may think this way or that way about something else. Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's definitely beautiful. I can say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not that means not all people are bad. Exactly, exactly. Sometimes it looks like it though, but no, not all people are bad.
Yeah. Yep. I know what you mean there.
So, what do you think? Mm, no, no. What is a fish that you desire to own?
Mm, that's a good question, man. Um, you know, there's there's still so many fish that I have not yet to get to experience. But like, like if I had the room and the tanks size that I needed to house it, I would love to have me one of those um um Maboo puffers. The famous um um Murphy had aquarium co-op. I would just love to have one of those puffers. I mean, they just seem like they got so much personality. They're like a big water puppy, you know. I mean, I mean, you know, like if I had to pick, you know, it would definitely be one of them.
Those Mabu or Fahaka?
Um, um, Baboos,
Okay.
because you know, like don't get me wrong, you know, the Fahakas are super nice too. I mean, they are they got the same personality as the other ones, but but the Fahakas do not get nearly as big as the Maboos. But I don't
Okay,
know. I
that's
mean,
cool.
you know, it's just something about that pattern on the Maboo, and then like Murphy. You know, when I see him, you know, when they do videos and he comes up to the tank and he's smiling, he's showing his teeth at you and everything. I'm like. It's so damn cute, you know. I'm like, come here, little guy, you know. It's just one of them, you know, that you just want to just hug it, you know.
A glitch. You have. Oh, she has Fahaka.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. What is if you could, if the structure would support it, what size tank would you buy?
Um. Well. I would definitely like to have like a 600 gallon. You know, but see like I'm different. You know, because like when it comes to the style it takes, I'm definitely more of a guy that would want a tank that has like a bigger um, um, footprint, you know, but also it's a shorter tank, you know. I just always like that style of tank,
Yeah, I was right there with you. I was right there with you.
you know, because you know, like since like me personally, you know, like I've got two tanks sizes that I love a lot, and that is a um excuse me, and I got a um 30 um 3 long. That tank has got to be my most uh favorite tank that I will never get rid of, and I will not ever sell it. I can't part with it. I just love that footprint, and also a um, um, 40 breeder. I mean, just that it's that wide footprint. It just gets me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have some storage totes. The 50 gallon that I bought at Home Depot. I think Home Depot. And they're wide. They're real wide and short. And I have 20 longs in here. One, two, three. I got 3 20 longs in here. And I just really love that. And I love a low boy. Man, oh man, if I can get me a 50 gallon low boy, where would I put it? I don't know, because this little room I'm sitting in now, it wouldn't come in here. But I'd make an attempt at it.
You know, well, the next tank size I thought about getting is it's not a 50 low boy, but this tank is actually with the same footprint as a 50 low boy. You know, it's the same width and same length, but it's just taller, and they call it. I want to say they call it like a 70 gallon low boy. It's got to be between a 70 or it's like a 70 gallon or like a 80 gallon. You know, but like I said, you like it is um 4 foot long by like 2 foot wide by like I want to say a foot and a half tall. Well, it's a
I
foot tall or something
saw
like that.
I saw an 80 gallon. I think it was 80 gallon low boy on like Facebook Marketplace this past week,
Hmm.
and I could see it being. I mean, On the picture, it looked like it was really, really short. But I mean, it said it was 80 gallons. It was obvious looking at it that it was actual low boy.
Mm-hmm.
But they had cracked it, so they was using it as a terrarium and they was selling it. But
Oh,
I'm like, oh man, and they're selling it for like brand new price almost. I'm like, but look at the side.
yes, it's got a crack in it. I mean,
I mean, it's
that
and it
price needs
wasn't
to be a
cracked.
quarter.
It wasn't barely cracked. It wasn't like you, hey man, if I put me a little silicone on that. No, it was cracked.
That silicone ain't going to help you.
No, if you put water in that one, there's no silicone, no nothing else that's gonna hold it. Yeah, I don't. I mean, you talking about rebuilding the whole thing? You almost have to buy another one. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh yeah.
But if you was gonna continue on, I guess as a terrarium, it would have been okay. But not for the price they were selling it for, though.
Yeah, I mean, I, I, I got to the point now that I just will not buy a used tank. I just won't buy one, all because especially like when I can go to Petco and I can get a brand new one for like $1 per gallon sale. Well, which I got back, because as far as I know, like they don't have those sales no more. They just got like a 50% off. But
Yeah,
still, yet like I just cannot take the chance of buying a used tank and bringing it in my house and it leaking on this carpet. Because
right.
because now that being said, like because I bought every one of my tanks brand new, and but that's not saying that they won't leak down the road. But at least when I buy my new tank, it gives me that extra peace of mind.
You found a Why did you find a 33 long brand new? That's man. It
Yeah.
seems like only way you get them now is used.
Well, see, to be honest with you, like I got mine in a um Chattanooga, and see. So when I got mine, I bought the tank itself and the stand for like $125, I think, something like that.
What?
But 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 as of right now, like with all the stores I've been to, there are two stores in Chattanooga that it doesn't matter when I go in there that these two stores have at least one. They got it. They got one in stock at all times. That they got it on the floor for sale.
Man,
And
I don't know if they exist in Houston at all.
yeah, I mean, like um, I don't know if the store's got to like put in a special order for them or whatever, but I do know that the next swap that they had in Chattanooga, that those stores, I'm going to go buy me a couple more. Because I'm planning on because I got this vision. And keep in mind, that I'm constantly having these visions in my head. I'm going to do all these plans, and, and it don't ever work out right. But I got this vision of just having a rack of those on it, and that's it. You know what I mean? Just those 33 longs.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would be cool though.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, Jeffrey White said here they go for like $5 a gallon, like $150 for one. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I might not even get one.
Yeah, I mean, granted, with everything going on, your prices going up and stuff, which I'm pretty sure that since I bought mine, the prices may have went up a little bit, you know, but it's been about 5 or 6 months since I've been in Chattanooga, and I've seen the last one that I seen. But the last one I seen, that I think they had it marked at like 125. But that's the tank itself. It didn't come with nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just got mine lucky because I walked in the store and I seen it sitting there in the corner. But they had it on this like this, those old stands. That had that metal it's old. It's I can't really. Um, I guess if I had to describe it, they call it like an old. It's a wrought iron stand, but they had
And you
that
have
on
like
it.
the little flowers and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they had it sitting over there. Like I said, all they had was a tank in the stand, and they had it like where they marked it like at $200, and I just went there and I said, look, what's your bottom dollar out the door, cash money, no joking around. If the price is right, I'll take it home. And the guy went back there and talked to his manager and stuff, and he goes, you know what? I just messed it up because because I was wrong because I told you I paid $120 for it or whatever. No, I paid $200. It was for the tank and the stand both.
Okay. I
Yeah,
feel better now. Look, I feel better now.
yeah, because when I was telling the story, I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. I mean, because the tank itself is marked for 120. You know.
Renee, I see you. I see you. What's going on? So, are you a uh, Planet Tank guy?
Well, I am, but I'm not because um, I've got two Planet Tanks now. And like one of them I just recently had to redo because I kept on getting this weird type of algae that were covering my plants, and I'd pick it off, and it just kept on growing on it. And finally I got mad and I tore up every plant I had in there, that had that algae on it, and I just reset the whole tank. But 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 yeah, I mean, like as long as I have a fish room, I'm definitely going to have a planet tank of some sort. But uh, but as far as like having like one that's it's really nice, like CO2 and aquascape, I won't have one because of it. It's a lot of extra work that I'm just not willing to put into it.
Yeah, I'm right there on that one. I'll have some plans, but yeah, it's
Yeah, I
hard enough
mean,
for me to stay focused, with ADHD as it is, to have me trying to be fiddling with bubble counters and all of that. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
I mean, so as far as the hobby goes, I would definitely say, that I'm definitely it's a fish guy, uh, a fish guy first, then a plant guy afterwards.
Jeffrey White said plant rage. He
Yeah,
threw up all out of that.
man, I get so mad, because this tank beside of me, man, I had it looking great, man. But when I had um Bacopa, I had a dwarf, uh, um, Sagittarius, which you see that in there now, because I kept that in there because that's the only thing that wasn't infected with this other algae that I couldn't get rid of, and I had a pretty good mixture of plants. It was getting growed in really good. And then all of a sudden, it just went to pieces, and I was like, then I battled that for about 5 6 months. I said, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm taking everything out. I'm throwing it out, and I'm starting over. I'm gonna try it one more time. Otherwise, if it goes bad again, I'm taking everything out, and I'm just going to just keep it as just a substrate and fish.
Chris Robinson said, tearing it up like a goldfish or African cichlid.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hey, have you ever had guppies?
Yeah, I have actually. I don't have any guppies right now. But what I do have are this Santa Maria endlers.
Endless. Yeah.
hmm And man, I tell you, those things must be happy because man, I got hundreds of them. I mean, they just keep on popping out. I'm starting to check and see if they got any type of like a birth control I could put in the water. I'm like, man, these things, and they stay
Ah,
hungry. I can feed them, and I put a lot of food in that tank because there's a lot of them. And then after I feed them real good, and when they're all swimming around, their bellies are all swelled up with food, and they're still at the top, just feed me. I'm like, man, that's probably why I'm having so many of them because I'm feeding them too much.
Oh, you keeping that energy up.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Texas Fish Room, man. You have a good night now. Well, Chris, I have a Discord, and that's like the most of it. Facebook, I have Big Tank Hank on Facebook as well as Instagram. But my Discord, it exists, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, I did have a Discord account, where I was going on there, with like the other people in the fish fam talking to them, and then something happened one day. I tried to log into it, and it said that I had to like let them know that it was me, and I had to like give them a pin code or whatever to to sign into my Facebook, or whatever. I'm like, I'm already signed into my Facebook, so I didn't understand this, so I just took it off.
It reset on you.
Yeah.
Roberto, what's going on, man? What's going on? He said it reset on him. Yeah, they'll do it periodically, man. You better write down every passcode you have to anything.
Man, I'm the world's worst at remembering passcodes. I mean, dude, okay, this is no lie. Dude, like, right now, I probably have like 10 different um Facebook accounts, but over the past like 10 years or whatever, because like where like something happened with my phone, and I had to get a new phone, and then they'll be like, so what's your passcode? I don't know. I put that in like last year. I don't know.
Ah, hey, I used to have a lot. One day I went in first. You went to Google, and I asked Google how to delete old Facebook accounts, and I had to go through one by one and find them to delete them. So I'm down to one now. But
I'm gonna
I
have to
was
do
like,
that
I had too
myself.
many out there.
Yeah, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go do that because right now I've got so many of them. I'm kind of surprised. That I'm kind of surprised that anybody can even like find me.
Or the people you may know, and you keep popping up.
Yeah.
Man, I know I'm friends with him. Well, what is this one? Because since they're cloning people's accounts now,
Yes, I hate that, man.
it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to know.
What's funny is all because see, like just recently I just had to make a new account, and then after I made it, like because I had a past account that showed up as my people that I may know. I'm like, that's me. I mean, I'm like, what do you mean? Do I know this person? That's me.
That's me. Yeah, like I was messaging you on one, and then I was like, well, let me go to his name. So I'm like, man, I have been messaging you
You're at the wrong one.
the wrong one.
That's my fault.
Oh,
I apologize.
hey, these clone accounts. I learned trap questions for them. For one, they mostly when they try to talk to you on Messenger, it always happens the same way. Hey, how you doing today? Hope you're in the family doing good. And you're like, man, what you mean in the family? This sounds familiar. I heard this before. And I'll always ask a question, depending on whose account that they clone. I'll ask them a question associated with somebody in their family or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Get them every time. Get them every time, man. Because if you just fall into the conversation, gotcha.
Yep.
Hey, man, I found this way. You can make money using your cash app. Just put in your. Oh man, come on. Give me a break. Let me make it. Let me make it. Yeah, that's crazy though, man. The stuff that that gets tried nowadays, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful because like you get those people that call you up and be like, you have been charged so much money on your account on Amazon, whatever, and there's always somebody trying to get somebody. It seems like.
Yep, that's crazy, man.
All that matters is if you know, then what you're safe. So.
Like I have email coming says not what is it? What is it? Oh, I'm gonna forget the name of it. The account that you usually PayPal? Is it PayPal? Yeah, PayPal. It's like a email, you have $50 waiting on you uh on your PayPal. Log in, hit this link. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, wait a minute. I never log out of my PayPal. So why is it telling me to log in to get this? And then I close the email and I go over to my app and then I open it. It's still open. Then go over to the other one and send it to the junk mail so it won't come back up in my regular inbox. Yeah, no, no, no. You can't get me. Is this you in this video? No, no, no.
Oh yeah, when I used to get them all the time. Like you get people that will hack somebody's Facebook and they'll go like, "Well, they'll send you a message. It's a message and messenger and be like, um, uh, hey, check this out or whatever." I'm like, no, you ain't gonna get me. You ain't getting me because listen, this is my 10th Facebook. I ain't making no more. And since this time, I have written down all my passwords. So if something happens to this one, if it gets hacked, I ain't making no more. So people, you won't see me on Facebook anymore after this. I'm tired of making them.
Oh man. I honestly I say to my wife periodically, I say, you know what? I wish I didn't have to go to Facebook. I wish I didn't watch reality TV. All these things. I mean, I'm really feeling that way. But then look up, I'm watching reality TV shows. I'm going and scrolling Facebook, and the whole time I'm like, man, I wish I didn't have none of this and still be using
Yeah, I mean it's very very addictive, because you just get to
it.
scrolling and you're seeing all these videos and stuff, and then I mean it just never ends. Like you see that little icon, you click on it, and it slows. Gotcha. you know.
And it just keeps rolling.
Yeah, yeah. Then after a while, I start going cross-eyed. I'm like, I've been on here for 4 hours. What?
And didn't learn nothing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool right there. Yeah, we got to watch it, man. But buddy, we almost hit the hour mark.
Wow, it
Yeah, we
just went
almost hit
by
the hour mark.
fast.
We almost hit the hour mark. 58. Tell you what, let me see. What would you do? Mm, I'm finna throw you one out here. I'm finna throw you one. My
Oh
fingers gonna be on
boy.
the laces when I throw this. What would you What would you change about the hobby?
Um, I don't. You know, if I had to change one thing, I guess it would be like, um, it'd be like the the competition side of it, all because and I say that all because like there there is a side of it, you know what I mean, that there is somewhat a competition as far as like like who has the most tanks, or like or the person that's got the with the more expensive fish or whatever. I mean, like it's not well known, but a person is into it enough, which you see it.
Yeah,
And like you know that is something I would definitely change, all because of because it is so easily to fall into that trap to, okay, you know what, I've got to get I got to get me a colony of these with these uh 236 with a plecos, and it costs like $500 a piece. I got to get them. I got to get them, and if I get them, if I get them, I'm going to be the best fish, with the best well-known fish keeper in the world. I'm going to be making a lot of money. You know, and when you get them, and nothing's changed. Well,
yep,
with your hobby, is not any better than the hobby was. You know what I mean? When you started out with some convict cichlids, it's
it might
still
be
the
worse
same.
because you just spend more money.
Yeah, I mean, like yeah, but granted, I do understand to a point why certain things cost as much as they do. Because for one, a whole lot of these fish out there, it's not easy to get them to breed, and if you do get them to breed, it takes a long time. And two, the hard part is getting the fish from the point that they hatch until the point that they get to be big enough to where you don't have to worry about them dying off,
Yep,
as much. Now I do
I got
get that, but man, like I just don't think it's necessary for competition to be there. Because I just, and it's there. Trust me, it's there. You know
you.
what
Yeah,
I
no,
mean?
it's definitely.
I mean, it just seems to me, that if you got the coolest, most sought after fish out there, that basically that you are the king, and I just don't think it should be like that to a point, you know.
Gotcha. I'm right there with you. And I didn't even think about that. Mine was just to run through, do a sweep, and kill all Facebook fish groups.
Yeah, that is true. I checked out a couple of them. I'm just sitting there, I'm just shaking my head and going,
uh,
"Thank goodness that these people are pretty, because they wouldn't stand a chance."
yeah,
you know.
that was my run through. I was like, man, let's get wipe all these groups out, cause man, I I have a story. Okay, I've just started making terrariums. I have a few frogs in here right now. Something I used to do back in the day. I used to catch all types of critters and put them in containers. Well, I belong to a group. It was Dart Frogs for. Now listen to the name of the group. Dart Frogs for Dummies. I think. It says only dumb question is a question not asked. Okay, this is the title of the group. So
Hmm.
I bought these frogs at Petco. Mind you, Petco, PetSmart have the same reputation for the most part across the board in regards to pets and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I put the little fish up, and I mean the little frogs up, and I'm like, hey guys, what kind of frogs are these? Because the name that PetSmart gave them, which they do that, they'll rename betters and everything. The name
Yeah.
that they gave them, I can't find anywhere.
Hmm.
So people with the answer to the question, they'll post this picture and then that picture and say, "Oh, I think it's a so and so, so and so." No, maybe it's a this, it's a that. Now the guy come in, mind you, it said "Dart Frogs for Dummies." Any question? The only dumb question not asked. That's the name of the group. So he says, "Well, if you bought it from Petco, uh, it's probably not gonna last that long anyway. They're probably gonna end up dying, and he's just going to some mixed breed betas, beta, not like beta fish. You know, you have alpha and beta. Beta. I mean, he was just going. So I'm like, I say, my God, aren't you helpful on a beginner dart frog group? Or I love how helpful you are, on the beginner dart frog group. And then I blocked him. I didn't even let him respond to me. And the people are like, oh, hitting love, love. The name of the group tells it all. This is for people who don't know nothing, but they're interested and they're getting into this hobby. You come here to ask the questions. And then your answer is something crazy.
I mean, I don't get why people do that, I mean, it's like, what?
I thought the name of this group said for dummies, sir. If I had known any of this, you think I would have spent my money on them? So now, being that I've already spent my money on them, I don't think that would be the answer I would give me. Let me form it into a more presentable and more palatable, way for this new guy. You know what I'm saying? No, he just went in. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like I do have to add one more thing, before we're over with and stuff. And please, like when I say this, I mean this in the best intentions possible. But like I just wish that like like people would stop considering themselves a fish breeder when that the fish that are breeding is something that breed on their own without you having to do anything to it. Okay, like if that happens, you're not a breeder. You know what I mean? I mean, like they're going to do it if you add water. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. I mean, like stop calling yourself a breeder. I mean, okay, for example, you got people who call themselves a guppy breeder. Are you kidding me? A guppy breeder? No, you're not a guppy breeder. The guppies breed on their own.
Right.
You are a guppy selector. That's what you
Yeah,
are. You're
I
not
was
a
going to say
breeder.
a guppy color, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
Same
guppy
thing.
color. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
same thing.
please, people, stop doing this. I mean, just okay, it's like, for example, like, people get bristle nose and like, you know what? I'm a master breeder at bristle nose. What? All you gotta do is put water in a cave. They will breed it, and you got a male and a female, and just hope that they don't kill one or the other. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just different like that, but that kills me sometimes, But I
that
get it, I mean,
it
you get
goes
people.
back to the competition thing that you spoke of.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I mean, if you do your research, that's what everybody says. Yes, if we do, and whatever that entails, you follow those steps, natural processes are gonna happen.
yeah,
If you miss some of those steps, it might not happen. So yes, you gave them what they supposed to have, and they bred. You keep them uncomfortable, you keep them out of whatever. Yeah, they might not, they might not breed. So no, yeah, exactly. You're not a breeder. They bred themselves.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I feel you. I feel
you
you.
know, because like that would be like me, like call myself a concrete finisher if the concrete, if you just poured it out on the ground and it just magically, you know, cured out on its own, real slick and pretty. It's like, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just saying,
You will be a whisperer.
Yeah, I mean, I just be the guy that
Ricky
just
De
poured it on the ground.
Hoyos. Ricky De Hoyos, man. Hey, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. To you too, brother. Thank you very much for that.
Hey, Ricky.
Let me see. Melvin said there are master guppy breeders in the Philippine community.
Yeah.
If all we have to do is become masters at recreating their habitat.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Fish Tropics a
I'll
little
just
bit.
leave it alone.
Miss
I'll just,
Crystal. Let me try Master Waterkeeper. There you go.
I mean, you know what, Tropic? See now that guy just gets me. He just does. But I don't know. I mean,
Glitch, ma'am. That's it in a nutshell, right there. Though you say I set the mood for my fish to get it on. That's
that's
it,
right.
though. In a nutshell, that's exactly what it is.
Um,
Me, I'm lazy. I could never become a master angelfish breeder. Those things I can never become. Now, if the fish breed in soft water, they like magnolia leaves, if they like tannin tea, if they like hardwood, hey, everything will breed for me because I can keep brown water. I love it to death. Ask Jeffrey Watts. If they breed in brown water, I got them. But I'm not making them breed. I have a tendency to I paid attention to dropping pH and whatnot, because I like the look. And all of those things go along with acquiring the look. All of these other things come with it.
Yep.
So, I keep good brown water. I mean, and my fish kind of like it.
Hey, that's all that matters. If they're happy, that's all that matters.
Most definitely. Man, let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here so I can go eat something.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, sitting in with us and enjoying this time. I say this was well worth the wait. Robert, thank you for coming through, fella.
Thank you for having me.
And you'll be able
We
to
had a
come
great
on
time.
in again some other time. Hey, that's the most definite. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much for putting up with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? All this laughing and kikiing over here like schoolgirls. But that's all right. That's all right. You gotta enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all right, though. Tell somebody you love them. Take care of those fish. And Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All of those things. As long as your spirit and your heart is in the right place. Y'all be good, and we out. Peace.